Hello, all my fellow YouTubian vampire hunters and slayers. Don't you just love the way I detached the S from the rest of the word slayers there at the end? Pollux Troy does that in the movie Face Off. He's like, I'm just checking in on some of our old friends. And it's like really funny the way he says it, because you can hear, and you're hearing him over the phone. These platforms are a little tricky because you have to time it out. You have to get on them as soon as you possibly can, or it's gonna drop you right out of the bottom. I did too bad in this level, if I do say so myself. I think I didn't even take a hit, and then I had a pork chop, and I was like, a lot of good that's gonna do. But hey, now this part is really nasty. If you don't have the ice spell, well, you're just gonna have to hope you get lucky when you come up these stairs that they're not right on top of you when you get there. And just trying to avoid getting hit by these birdie guys. I mean, thank goodness they only take one hit, even with the staff. So, and the staff does have longer range than it appears to, so that'll help you if you need it. Noticed here that I was out of hearts, or I was close to out of hearts, so I kind of went ahead and hit those candles. If you see me doing a lot of jumping straight up to hit the candles, it's because I don't want to jump towards them and hit them, because if it's a spell that I don't want, I won't be able to stop myself from picking the spell up, so try to avoid that. Got lucky not to get knocked in the pit there. You gotta watch the timing on these fireballs, it can be really weird. And the animation for that ice spell is a little strange. It's not really showing all 6 pieces of ice as they fly out. Oh, don't want that. At least not yet, anyway. I actually could have used that in this boss fight, but oh well. That's okay. As long as I don't die, I can keep what I got and just use it for whatever. Here comes that pork chop I was talking about that I didn't need. It's too bad you can't, like, put it away or something. It would have been cool if there was a spell that would cut your damage in half, but then again, I don't know. Well, I suppose that could. Well, how do you cut 5 in half, though? You know, it's like so you lose 2.5, or you lose 2, and then you lose 3, and then watch this. This jump right here is extremely difficult. You need to get right on the edge of that platform until like 3/4 of your body is hanging off of it, and then make the jump. But you also got to be jumping forward, so you got to push forward as you're jumping. You can't just jump straight up and then start moving forward while you're in midair. Of course, I think that's probably been made fairly obvious by now, huh? The ice spell is also good to use while jumping in the air, like I just did now. Then you don't have to stop to cast the spell. Or at least when you're casting it, you're going to do the casting animation while you're in the air and moving, so you won't lose too much time in the process. This area is kind of nice, just a little break from reality. No monsters, automatic scrolling, smooth, piece of cake. Nice little breather before the boss. Of course, this boss is really not that hard either. It's, you know how I said earlier there was going to be 3 caskets? Well, this is it right here. Or this is going to be it if I ever get over there. Stop playing around with this skeleton. There you go. And all that just to find out there was nothing in the wall. Yeah, I don't have this game as memorized as I do some of the other ones. I was just thinking Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest might be a fun LP to do. But then it's like, well, I don't know, I was thinking about going through those mansions and like, I don't know. I decided to switch back to Trevor for this battle because the ice spell really doesn't do you a whole heck of a lot of good in the boss battle, so, in any boss battle for that matter. That's why maybe I should have picked up that fire spell when I had a chance, but oh well. Live and learn, right? The mummies are really the hardest part of this battle. The other 2 are a cakewalk because you got the platforms as a safeguard against them. The second boss is just the hammer guy, so all you gotta do is stay on one side and nail him when he comes back. This thing took forever to die. I don't know why it took so long. Surely something had to have happened there. Yeah, I pretty much just played chicken with part 2 of this battle. Stayed on the left side, nailed him when he came over. Except he kept turning around when I didn't want him to. right here, and then he does it like 3 times. Here I go again, telegraphing everything before it happens. That looks like a really shiny hammer. I don't know. Like the tip of it, or well, not the tip of it. I don't know what you call that. The part that hits the part that comes into contact with whatever you're hitting. It looks shiny. I used to not even realize that was his hammer. I just thought he pulled that out of nowhere, and that was like a decoration or some ghost floating behind him or something, or some eyeball or something. Zelda 3, that would be another fun LP to do. I used to speedrun that game as a kid, or well, not as a kid, I was like 15, I was 16 actually, and I got to where I could do it in like 2 hours, but I've seen people do it a lot faster than that now, so I wonder what the heck they're doing. I used to be able to get like up to get all the first 3 crystals, and the first and fourth crystals in the Dark World. First 3 pendants, I mean, and then the first and fourth crystals in the Dark World, and be up to 45 minutes at that point. So. This guy's just a piece of cake. I don't even know why they... I don't know. The only thing you have to worry about with him is his fireballs, and he'll only shoot those every 3 times after he jumps. Every time he jumps 3 times, he shoots the fireballs once. So... This pretty much concludes the easier stages of the game, damage-wise. Once you go into the next level, it's 4 bars of damage for every hit you take, so...